talked to a cat the other day, and he was like, man, I really want to come to Christ, but I got to clean my life up first, get my sins together. I told him, I used to think that way too. I thought I had to change myself before I could come to Christ, but Christ changed me. Let me tell you my story. It starts like this.
I'm a native of Newcastle. My name is Sam Ross. That's why I grew up Lower East Side. Those who are from Newcastle in the South Side area. I live in Elwood City now, so I can be closer to these guys and my best friend Matt and the church. And it's where God has called me, but I still love this town. I think there's a lot of great hearts in this town. And tonight I hope you're getting charged up, like I said. Anyone who hasn't got charged up yet, these guys ain't plugged in. Let's just be real, because the atmosphere is here. It's like the amplifier is plugged into the wall. The power's going through it. It's just got to be plugged into it. The power's in the building. So let's get plugged in tonight. If you haven't got plugged in, let's get plugged in. I'm just hoping that God can speak something through me into your hearts tonight. As we're talking about worship tonight, worship is one of my favorite things too. Because as we can draw into God, because none of us are worthy to enter into God's presence. And I know I wasn't. I'm 24 years old now. A lot of people can say, yeah, you're still young, Buck. Yeah, and I am young. And I'm grateful that I found God when I did. And those who are a little older and found God when you did, there's still plenty of living. And plus, we're going to live for eternity forever. And we are guests here, but I like to say that we are visitors as well, because we're family.
Yeah.
We are all family in this room. We're brothers and sisters in the Lord. And I'm thankful I can come and learn and grow with you guys. And down the road, if I ever slow down in my life, I'd like to come down here and spend some more time. The thing is worship has been an amazing part of my life. I grew up in Newcastle. A lot of people know Newcastle. It's full of drugs. It's almost, I call it a mini New York City sometimes. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff here, a lot of drugs, a lot of things going on. I fell into the lifestyle of fast money, girls, you know what I mean? Just thinking that was the way I live in. And the drugs sort of just overwhelmed my life. They became everything to me, and they led me down trial and journeys, and I can share all night of stories, and you guys all have your stories. We all have testimonies. You gotta have some testimony. You know what I mean? They all go together. We all have them. My life relates to everyone in this room, and we all can relate to each other. No matter if you lived a clean life or you lived a messed up life, whatever. But we're here now, and that's what matters. And the thing is I went through many trials, many things, and I used to wear the crosses. I used to listen to Tupac. I used to listen to the songs "Only God Can Judge Me," and I thought that was my sort of relationship with God. And there was times I didn't believe in God, so stuff would go wrong. I remember I had my grandma died. I went to rehab when I was about 15. I got out, and when I went to rehab, that's why I love this program here, because you come in off drugs and stuff in this program, and it's a Christ-centered recovery. Amen. When you go into a rehab, it's, oh, you're an addict for life. Just keep, hey, my name's Sam and I'm an addict. Forget that. I'm not an addict. When I step in and Christ regenerates my life, the Bible doesn't say that I'm still that person. It says I'm a new creation in Christ Jesus. So I'm an addict. And in these programs, and I'm not dissing NA or AA, this is on my heart today, because my little brother came up to me earlier today, and he had a relapse, and now he's going to the meth clinic, and I'm just like, man, these clinics, they kill me, they drive me crazy, because we're feeding one drug for another. And this is going to my testimony, because throughout my life, I put so many things before God because I didn't know Him. I wore the cross. I did the things that I thought were, cool. And I was always striving to be something I wasn't. When you grow up in lower class neighborhoods, everything's about making money. You think money is going to take you to the height of happiness, and it doesn't. So I was about 18 years old, and I was trying to clean up my life a little bit. And I was just cleaning up just on my own will. We've all been there. We all went to rehabs and jails. We got with this program, and we said, okay, I'm going to go to these meetings, I'm going to do these things, I'm going to get right. I used to say the Serenity Prayer, but I said it like it was like, taking a pill, like a medicine. Like, oh, I need to get high. Let me go over here and get my Serenity Prayer. All right, God, grab me the Serenity. And then it didn't work. Why didn't it work? No one ever told about Jesus. Yeah. They just said, God, grab me Serenity, say the Father's Prayer, here's your big book. They didn't give me the big book. They gave me a big book and said, read this and read these guys' testimonies. And I used to go to meetings and do all that stuff. And there was always still something missing. I'd get clean for a little bit, and I'd go back. I'd get clean for a little bit, and I'd go back. And I was, where am I going wrong? And then I started believing what they were thinking. Maybe I am an addict. And it's never going to go away. Yeah. That's it. It's never going to go away. So I just gave up. So I had a good job. I was working at a glass factory. I was getting ready to get in a union. Everything was coming together from being a kid, growing up in the projects, and thinking all I wanted to have is a nice life. And I had a new car, a new apartment, I had things going for me. And then all of a sudden, the drugs start trickling into my life, and the new job and everything just wasn't enough. The drugs started overwhelming that. And then for too long, the drugs came before everything else. Here comes a drug test, the job, lose, I get crashed. I go back up here to my roots, Lower East Side, and I jump right back on the streets and I start selling dope. And anyone who's ever familiar with selling dope, being around dope, you're going to sell it, you're going to use it, you're going to use pills. And I used to sell crack and think doing pills. I used to say, oh, look at the, you know, I'm just selling dope, it's okay. But I was a dope head myself. I was snorting oxys and selling crack. And I was thinking I was better than somebody. It's just so bogus how our minds get perceived when they're these things. So I went through, lost a job, went through these things, and then I come to a point in my life where I lost everything. I lost my apartment, I lost everything, job, and I ended up incarcerated. And I did rehabs and I did overnighters, but I never actually, I got out of everything. I was the person who always got caught, and I'd do an overnighter, and I'd be on the streets. But this time it was real. I ended up getting involved, I robbed a pharmacy. I was with another guy.